Good morning, everyone. How's your weather in your area? It's been stormy for a few days, you know that. I made a video this morning. It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and it feels like 68 degrees. It's cloudy. We've got about 10% chance of more rain. Our humidity is 93% currently, but the winds are only 6 miles per hour. And we have excellent air quality compared for the last 2 days of storms. As you know, William takes care of electrical lines and removes trees from them and what have you, high lines too. He's worked all night long on 6 hours sleep. I won't see him till this afternoon, and I'm hoping he don't have to go back out at 11 again tonight. We still have a tree limb down in our neighbor's driveway, which adjoins to our driveway. William just push broomed it over and tugged on it to completely put it in the man's driveway. He has a very bad tree there and it keeps coming down. Last year, it came down between my son and my car. Um, there isn't any tree limbs left on that side of the tree. So I think my worries about it is over. I'm hoping anyway. But he needs to get the top out of that tree because it's just too heavy for the damage that's much lower in that tree. I think it was hit by lightning at one time. Looks like a burnt mark or something. So we have uh, walked our yard, no tree limbs down from any of our trees. A bunch of leaves seems to be feathered everywhere on the lawn. I'm glad that we had got out there and got it mowed and trimmed up before the storm came. We did lose another portion of a fence panel. We hadn't got to the back side of the fence, so um, William picked up them pieces from the fence, and we had saved some partial fencings that was still good for replacements on the remaining fence. So thank God we did because the rest we burnt in the fire pit to get rid of it instead of paying $1,000 to haul it away. Um, Tomorrow we're expecting um, that Hurricane Tropical Storm Debbie to reach us. And I'm like, we've had enough damage. We don't need anything from her, you know. I'll take the heat, thank you, push that on up here, you know. But, past few days have got me thinking about power outages. And, with winter, you don't really want power outages. I have the leg warmers and good boot slippers and a nice thick robe and extra blankets. Because when you're older, you just gonna dress in um, your PJs or a house dress. That's what my mother always wore. Me, I like my beach dresses. They're comfortable and they're decent. But you do need to have something on your arms when you wear them in the winter. But I got to thinking about power outage in the summertime and being prepared for it. And I'm like, well, I do have my baby solar unit, um, situation, just so I can keep cooking at least something. I can light my stove, my gas stove. I have to manually light it um, if the electric goes out, um, well, because it's gas. It's a electronical start, but it's a gas stove, if that makes any sense. But that don't always work. I'm thinking about this humidity being so high and air quality and the heat. Okay. I don't mind heat, but you put that humidity in there and I don't know. And I do have a small fan that will work on my solar unit. But with a grid down in the summer, I'll tell you right now, I'm moving in my camper. It is solarized for boondocking. We got it to put on a piece of land one day outside the city. And it's nice to travel in. See, we were both raised small town country, and we just do not see ourselves staying here in the city. Opportunity knocked, and I bought this house. It had a nice garage. The man loves a nice garage. You know that. That's their man cave, you know. Uh, it's, yeah, I paid this house off years ago. Um, that was something that I was worried about because really not having a home and I wanted to be in one place for a long time with my children. So uh, this was opportunities for them, good schools, good option, different things like that. That uh, has changed through the years. But, times change and we get older and we don't need so much space. William and I have always been our happiest being in nature and camping. I love to fish, you know, and I can curl up with a book anywhere. But, as you age, you got to downsize. You've got to put money away. You've got to do anything you can because of a catastrophe. You got to be prepared. And I'm wondering how many of the older people that are without power right now, I'm lucky. Um, I knew years ago the power outages are less if you live near a nursing home or a hospital. And they're always the first to get fixed in the event that power grid goes down or, that part of the grid. That was one reason I picked this house. The nursing home's just a few houses down from me, you know. And they have on a backup generator that actually takes care of the few houses on this side of the street. So if you're ever looking for a house and you like city life, get near a nursing home on the same side of the street. But anyway, back to what I was saying about how many seniors are going without electric right now. And I started looking at things that maybe I should get uh, another little small solar unit and have a fan, or, well, a fan that works off of it. And I looked around and I found solarized fans. And I'm like, wow, never even thought of such a thing. And then seen a solarized cooler. And I'm not talking one where you have to plug it into anything. You just have to have it where the sun's hitting it to make sure it's charged. I thought that was pretty good. But, you know, they are expensive though. Um, I don't personally keep much in my refrigerator. Um, Mostly milk and salads. I should say dairy and produce, you know, or is it produce? Who cares? I'll say it whatever, however I want to say it. But that's about all I usually have in my refrigerator because we've joked about I just need a little refrigerator, you know. And the freezer, well, I keep frozen bottles. They're milk jugs, gallon milk jugs, and I fill them up 75% of the way, and I've let them freeze, and I line them on the bottom of my freezer. And I've never had a problem, even with 4 days no electric, with that freezer. My meat has stayed frozen. Now, I know that it's time for a barbecue when it goes into 5 days, but I only once in my lifetime have experienced 5 days without power. But then looking at it from the viewpoint, what about a total grid down, which can last 30 days or more? Y'all remember Katrina. Don't ever forget Katrina. Those are should, the things that happened in Katrina is the things you should be prepared for. I don't care what your age is. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past our government to shut the grid down just to uh, prove a point that they control us in some manner or whatever. So, um, it's just my thoughts today. I've been up. I don't sleep well when he's not in the house. I stay up late. I get up early, but it's like I need that 6 hours in between there, you know. So I'm a little uh, tired, wondering what I'm going to do today. It looks like rain, cloudy, messy, but I'm just chattering, having my coffee. Lonely because he's not here. Well, of course, he would have been here talking to me, 4 or 5 in the morning or late last night. But, you know, it is what it is. And I wish he would retire. But I'm not going to stress. He has his reasons, and bless his heart. But y'all have a good day, and I hope your weather's great. Love you.